Okay, we're back, folks. I'm your host, BKP. Had to rare back and roll, right? I'm trying to read. It is a whirlwind of news out there this morning, trying to keep up with it. It's not all impeachment. We know that's phony, and funny. It's not all debate. We know they are crackpots and they've gone crazy. So we're trying to look at other things. Now, really quickly, at 9:39, I only got a little time. There's the way to contact us. If you'll tell me Merry Christmas, let's get to the cup. I'm going to put this out today. You want this cup free? I have 20 of them going out for Christmas. Just call me Santa, all right? Text Merry Christmas to BKP or FYN. FYN and staff. Don't break the rules. It's got to go to that number there, 706-889-9700. And I'm going to send out 20 of these cups to the first 20 people. And 20 is down to a single digit now, so you need to get moving along. Anyhow, all right, so leave that up just a second. Trump flips another Fed. We try to highlight all the reasons why that they are freaking out on the left, and they're doing everything they possibly can to remove the President of the United States. Trump flips another federal court conservative control. The Senate confirmed Barbara Lagana to the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals on Wednesday, marking the Third Circuit Court that has flipped from a Democratic majority to a Republican-appointed majority under the Trump administration. That's right. Third Circuit that is flipped from a positive Democrat-appointed. Now, the reason they put that up, make sure you know that, obviously judges could go in there and do whatever they want, but we have the 11th makes the Third Circuit District that has flipped from Democrat to Republican appointed judges. Let me go with this. I don't have time to do everything, so let me just see what I got in the picture wheelhouse. All right, so last night, number 20, Joe Biden. Okay. This guy, when does he leave? When does he quit? Why do polls say he's leading? Do Democrats still feel this is the guy that could assemble enough words to debate Trump? Do you have that babbling video on him? Let's run that last night.
How would you get those same Republicans to work with you?
Well, look, the next president of the United States is going to have to do two things. Defeat Donald Trump. That's number one. And number two, it's going to have to be able to go into states like Georgia and North Carolina and other places and get a Senate majority. That's what I'll do. You have to ask yourself up here, who is most likely to be able to win the nomination in the first place, to win the presidency in the first place? And secondly, who is most likely to increase the number of people who are Democrats in the House and in the Senate? And by the way, I learned something about these impeachment trials. I learned, number one, that Donald Trump doesn't want me to be the nominee. That's pretty clear. He held up aid to make sure that, while at the same time, innocent people in the Donbass are being killed by Russian soldiers. Secondly, I found out that Vladimir Putin doesn't want me to be president. So I've learned a lot about these things early on from these hearings that are being held. But the bottom line is, I think we have to ask ourselves the honest question: who is most likely to do what needs to be done? Produce a Democratic majority in the United States Senate, maintain the House, and beat Trump.
I don't want to say nothing about him. I don't want to say anything about him. His babbling is getting worse. How he continues to be, excuse the noise, something about this, how he continues to be considered the front runner is amazing to me. Now, let me give you a little bit on the one that they're calling the new front runner. They're back and forth. Number 22, let's talk about her, okay? Yes, I know Tulsi Gabbard and Kamala got into it. I know there was a couple flare-ups that we will discuss, hopefully, if time. But this is the one that scares the bat crap out of me. I try to say words where I wouldn't normally say words, but this scares the bejesus out of me. Remember the bejesus? This scares it. And I'll tell you why. I took a couple notes with her. Now, she was pressured for a while. She went across the country, Elizabeth Warren. And remember, she is the biggest gap. Donald Trump has the biggest lead right now over her in Wisconsin. Yeah, think that out. Madison, Wisconsin. Okay, Milwaukee. Okay, the liberal area. This lady has got the biggest deficit against Donald Trump in Wisconsin. I wonder what that deficit is. Maybe it's going to be a little closer in Illinois, New Mexico, New York. You never know, right? So Elizabeth Warren, okay, 2-cent wealth tax. Well, first she promised that she wouldn't have any ambassadors that wrote her $1 million to her campaign, and that would stop on her watch. But the 2-cent wealth tax, and she said, they have to pay their fair share. They have used all of our resources. Okay? They have used all of our resources in making their billions. That being said, they have to return 2 cents. Okay? 2% tax, I guess 2 cents, she said, to pitch in. They made their billions, she said, by using our bridges and our roads. They made their billions by using the labor that the kids or colleges are in debt. They use every one of our resources, she said last night, these billionaires, and they need to give back. Well, I'm not taking up for rich people, Elizabeth, but you may not know this as a senator because somebody drives you around, because you are. I don't get mad about it, but somebody is dedicated to drive these people around for security reasons. U.S. senator, somebody drives them around, okay? So you may not know this because when you get the car door open for you and they close it, that there's an enormous amount of fuel tax by all these other people that are paid. So a billionaire that has a fleet of trucks, I don't know if you're aware of like the $2.65 for a gallon of gas, how much of that is federal tax. I don't know if you realize that everybody that buys a pack of chewing gum in a state has some sort of sales tax, special penny. I mean, we're all paying pennies, and it don't matter who you are that gets that pack of gum, you pay the penny. I don't know if you realize in the things you're talking about that the largest amount of tax paid. Now, I know I'm not defending. I want to be careful here. I'm not defending companies that can figure out how not to pay taxes. But Elizabeth, you need to understand the largest amount of taxes paid are by companies that provide X, the jobs, and B, you take, I don't know, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, do FedEx pay fuel tax? Maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe they get a tax exemption. I'm not for sure. But you got to be careful with throwing that around like everybody's got to pay their fair share. Not everybody asks because they all go to free college, folks. Not everybody in this country asked for these colleges to become major cities. Absolutely. Not everybody in this country asked for these massive buildings to be built on these campuses over and over to where, you got cities. You built cities. And now you want these cities to operate for free. Not everybody said that. A couple things because I want to make sure I cover before I quit. All right. Universal child care for every baby. Folks, that needs to scare the hell out of you. Elizabeth Warren stood up last night and said, I am ready to take over this country. Absolutely. Universal child care for every baby. Universal pre-K. Money for public schools. I don't mean to just say like massive amounts of money for public schools. Free college. Cancel the student debt that exists. Invest in an entire generation. Wow. I tell you what, I got to give it to the old girl for just coming out and going for it. Because a couple things she's saying is very true. Easy. You know, we got the government feeding our kids. We have been wanting the government to provide free daycare. Well, I don't want yelled at. Why shouldn't a woman have the opportunity to go work? And why should it cost her money and not him money to find daycare? Why? Why shouldn't they be equal? Why can't they both go work and the government take care of their kids? Why can't they all get free breakfast, lunch, and supper? Why? I have told you how long that we do not have public schools anymore. We have government institutions. And she is very clear she wants to take your kids right from day one. Oh, go listen to it. From birth, she wants those kids. Then she wants pre-K for all of those kids. And then she wants them in the public schools. Then she wants free college for all those kids. And she wants to invest in an entire generation. Needs to scare the hell out of you what that woman said last night on that stage. And all of them. Now, I will say one thing, okay? She wants to immediately, she wants to put 135 million people, right? Yeah, 135 million people on Medicare immediately. She wants the government, get this, she wants the government to build how many units of subsidized housing? She wants the government to build government housing? Whoa. The subsidized housing is for white people. She wants to build, I forget how many units. I mean, I'm going to tell you something. This one scared. Her campaign should be over right now. And if Obama can't say she's over and Deval Patrick can't say she's over, they got a problem. Bad problem. Because this woman stood on stage and said she wants to build your government housing. She wants to put you in housing. She got two bedroom, 1 bath, and a garage. That's it. 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and a garage. She's going to build you government housing. She stood on the stage, said she wants to supplement that. I forget, thousands of units she wants to build. She wants to give Medicare she wants to move Medicare down to 50 years old. Oh yeah, 50. That's appealing when I get there, right? She wants to move Medicare down to 50 years old. She wants to add vision and dental. That's pretty good. So you're saying you're going to throw in the vision and dental? Huh. I could be interested in that. Oh, here it is. 3.2 million. Yeah, I did write it down. I was wondering. Yeah. 3.2 million government homes she wants to build. 2 bedroom, 1 bath. She wants to give us Medicare at 50, vision and dental included. 135 people immediately will go to Medicare for all. Universal child care, universal pre-K, public schools, free college, cancel student debt, invest in entire generation, 135 million people to Medicare immediately for all. Medicare to 50 years old, move it down. Vision and dental, 3.2 million government homes. A complete takeover. Complete takeover. Wow. I'm telling you. I'm not... All right, I'm not as in fear, let me say this, of the climate change issue at this time as I am what that woman said on the stage. Because there's a lot of people that don't realize we're well on our way to that already. Let's go to the boy who would be king. We can't leave without that. Number 23. Now, here's the thing about the boy who would be king. He talked about he's trying everything, okay? Buttigieg on Medicare for all, it's not the right approach to unify the American people. He is trying to get black people to understand him and accept him, the black vote. Let me tell you something. When I listen to a debate and I don't understand your answer, now I know what you might think. Well, you're not very smart. Well, yeah, I understand I'm not that bright. But if I can't understand your answer and the best I can figure out is you're trying to manipulate me because you want the same thing the woman to the left of you or to the right of you wants, but you're just going to package it a different way. Do not think that one word that came out of that little gay brigade's mouth, that little gay boy's mouth, don't think for 1 minute a single word is different than Elizabeth Warren's. He is just going to manipulate you to get you to believe. If you're going to move, when you say we all see Medicare for all being the where we want to go. So when Buttigieg says, I'm going to do everything Elizabeth Warren's going to do, I'm just not going to quite rip off the Band-Aid, and I'm going to manipulate my answer to a point that you don't think I'm going to harm you, hurt you, or do it immediately. But watch out. And then the other thing, when they start talking about racial inequality, he goes for the gay marriage, the ring on my finger. Oh my God, that little gay boy. Now look, guys out there, don't be looking at him. He's married. I'm a couple minutes. Let me see if I got a picture because I can't get too much deeper into some things. I want you to look this up. Please do this. Number one, they are making public information that is being hidden by Prosecutor General because among those documents there is a signed suspicion, whatever it is, about Nikolai, and he is let's go to number 2. Zolotsky, I tell you, he is the owner of Burisma, the co-owner of Burisma. And that suspicion also mentions Hunter Biden. I got it wrong, but let's move along. I'm right out of time. It's not the word I keep saying, but you can read it on the screen. A signed document that speculates there is a crime committed. All right. Please go. This is the guy right here, the co-founder of Burisma, number 3. All right. Go do your homework, please. Here's number 4. Probe widen against Burisma's head. Ukraine demands Biden probe. And number 5, it's the end of the letter. Devin Nunes and Jim Jordan have written Adam Schiff saying we need Hunter Biden as a witness and the whistleblower to complete our investigation for this criminal prosecution, this phony witch hunt of our President of the United States. Got to go? It's Thursday, right? So what's that mean? Tomorrow's Friday, which means we will be at Circuit World in Blue Ridge. Ask the Doc, All-Star Political Panel. Ask the Doc, All-Star Political Panel. And North Georgia Senior Living, Jesse Barton, Community Relations Director, Cameron Hall. What else do we have? What else we got? Pet of the Week with Humane Society of Blue Ridge. Now, I got a quick question, Destiny. You don't have to tell the entire world. And if you don't remember it, just tell me you don't remember it. Was it yesterday or day before yesterday or sometime this week where I did a very detailed what the jungle primary looks like in Georgia? All right, folks, I got to go because I got to go over here and we got work to do. Hey, great job today, Destiny. Getting all the videos and pictures up when I need them. We'll be at, where will we be? Circuit World, Blue Ridge. We better go. Later.